So I think it's important for children and young people's voices to be heard because they can often bring a new perspective to ideas that have already been shared around the church for a long time. The Methodist Church has been around for nearly 200 years, longer than 200 years, and with every generation you will have different ideas, different views that can help to grow and can bring new strength to our ministry as a church. Young people, just because they are young, does not mean that they will not necessarily understand what's going on or will have almost half viewpoints lacking in some ways. They can often say quite profound things, in my experience, and are often able to bring new light onto issues that have been around for a long time. As your youth president, I would like to empower all young people to share ministry back on their own, rather than having to resort to seeing older members of the church. I would like them to go away from events like 3Generate and other youth events throughout the country, feeling that sense of empowerment to go out and be disciples in their own right. I would also like to show young people and enable them through this post to feel comfortable sharing their faith, not only in their churches, but in their schools, local communities, and with their friends. So a social justice issue that I'm quite passionate about is poverty. I grew up and currently live in the northeast of England, which is considered quite a deprived area, and I see examples of quite extreme poverty all around me when I'm at home. However, the work being done by food banks and the wider churches, not just the Methodist Church, is making quite a big impact on that. I personally volunteer at my local food bank, and to see people coming in and getting the help that they need, it warms my heart, to be honest. It allows people to get food where otherwise they may struggle, and I've also found it can often bring people to know Jesus through the help that we can give them. One thing that I really like about the Methodist Church is the sense of family and community within the church. So at my church, I have met with people and spoken to people, both young and old, and I can have that conversation regardless of how they are in relation to me, regardless of their sort of status in the church, be they a minister or a layperson, and that sense of family and community. And I know that whenever I'm doing something, I will have like the full support of my church behind me, and I feel that even in the wider church, not just in my local area, going to events such as 3Generate and meeting people who are so kind and caring and generous about you, even though they only met you 5 minutes ago, is what I think is a great thing about the Methodist Church. So, to answer the question, I'd rather be a shark because sharks get to live in the ocean, and I love the ocean. On boats or swimming in the sea is like one of my favourite places to be. Also, I think sharks are pretty cool. We can all agree. They've got a lot of misconceptions around them. They're quite nice animals. I've personally scuba dived with some sharks, and they just sort of stayed away from us, and they were quite cute, to be honest. So I think I'd rather be a shark.